Sepsis is on the rise in India for almost 2 decades now, and all intensivists in India would agree that, in comparison to the picture that the world presents, about 50 million cases in a year and almost 11 million deaths, Indian ICUs are no different. We have a huge number of patients with gram-negative sepsis. A lot of those patients pass into septic shock. A lot of valuable lives are lost, work days are lost, and the picture is really murky, and it's growing murkier with every passing day. So it's high time that we understand the magnitude of the problem and brace ourselves to take good care of our septic patients. Well, in my units, we know that sepsis is a do or die situation and you need to rush. And we say that rush to rash. By rash, we mean resuscitation, antibiotics and adjunctive therapies, sepsis control or source control, and finally hemodynamic support. So rash is according to the surviving sepsis guideline recommendations. We engage in IV fluids, we engage in cultures, picking up cultures, giving the right antibiotics empirically as soon as possible, and trying to do a source control wherever that is practicable, and finally hemodynamic support. It is very important to know that initially, even I thought that doing a bundle even within 3 hours is very improbable. But with practice, with improvisation, now my unit would do that in 1 hour or less. Trust me, if you make it a habit, if you make it something like a knee-jerk reaction, you can really do it in less than 1 hour or so. So rush for rash and do the right thing at the right time. Sepsis will give you time, and you need not give sepsis any loose ends. If you look at the antibiotic pipeline, you will identify that it's going dry. In the horizon, there is no new class of antibiotic. Little research, little money is being dedicated for the development of antibiotics, and we all know the reason. That being so, and knowing well that you cannot control a septic patient without adequate antibiotics, immunomodulation comes as a savior. In the days to come, in the years to come, I trust immunomodulation and immunomodulatory therapies are going to take the front seat, and even they are going to rather complement or at times be more important than antibiotics themselves. Ever since the concept of immune dysregulation has come into play, once we know that it's not only the bug but also the host's immune response, dysregulated immune response towards the bug is responsible for sepsis and organ dysfunction, the immunomodulation can no longer be ignored. Immunomodulation is there in a very strong way, and immunomodulation is there to stay. It will be a game changer in the years to come. Whatever immunomodulatory therapy we have seen so far, we have been blessed with so far, MW vaccine or Mycobacterium W vaccine is unique in every possible way. Mycobacterium W has a very unique mechanism of action which makes it very different. On one side, it has strong agonistic influence on TLR2 receptors. And when the toll-like receptors 2 are agonized, the Th1 response, which is the cytokine response, is augmented. But then again, it is antagonistic to TLR4, 5, 7, and 9, which brings down the level of pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory cytokines. It downregulates the P38 pathways, and at the same time, almost in a tailor-made fashion, surprising fashion, it regulates the gene transcriptions which are responsible in numerous reactions that happen inside the body while the patient is passing on to sepsis following an infection, especially in India, that being gram-negative sepsis. Well, we have been using MW vaccines in our patients for quite some time now. And not only us, it has been used in a number of well-designed randomized controlled trials, namely the MIST trial, the Army 1 trial, and lots of patients have benefited so far in my ICUs. Not only from gram-negative sepsis, I should mention quite a lot of patients who had the same type of cytokine storm and sepsis in case of COVID-19. I have saved quite a lot of lives, and I see a lot of promise in MW vaccine. We are using it in gram-negative sepsis now as COVID is set to make an exit. But MW vaccine will stay, and I am sure, given a chance, MW9 will save more and more lives in the days to come.